So the next circle that you have in the gallery is light purple. So
right, this is called Lavender, and this was painted in the early 70s, and this is enamel on canvas. And that happened was that I was doing a lot of painting at one point that were very hard edge with a different paint. And they were coming back from exhibitions, and people, you could see where people had taken their finger and tried to lift the paper to see if this was paper or it was paint. And of course it was paint. But the paintings were becoming filthy. They came back and had to repair the whole paintings. So I stopped painting in those materials and went to this for a short period of time. And then last night at an exhibition here, and sure enough, a woman came up here and she's like, doing this. So I got her aside and I told her the story.
which is?
Which is the story I just told you about having people messing up the paintings with their fingers and my having to redo the paintings.
You know that on St. Peter in Rome, the cathedral in Rome, there is this sculpture and it has the toes totally damaged because people touch the toes of the sculpture.
And the acid.
Right.
It's the acid.
Now, what strikes me about this painting is that you seem to have some text. You have some font at the bottom of the.
Yes, it's just a typographic form. It does not really say anything. It is just a texture, so to speak.
So, how did you come with this idea of having text in
painting? When I lived
painting?
in New York City, in Greenwich Village, they were doing a lot of construction. And this construction...
What year or about are we talking?
Oh, anywhere from the late 60s into the early 80s. They was doing all this construction. They were making these huge silk-screened posters for these different advertisements, and they were pasting them over the... In those days, they didn't have the contemporary or clean-looking boards they use now to hide a sight when they're doing construction. Those days, they used the doors from the buildings that they were doing construction. In fact, Saul Bass did a film called West Side Story, and they used all these doors from these different buildings. They just went out and shot them as they were and put typography on them, and that became the titles for West Side Story.